Guterres told this audience that the world was on the cusp of a new era, one where fossil fuels were running out of road and where the sun was rising on a clean energy age.
Just follow the money. $2 trillion went into clean energy last year. That's 800 billion more than fossil fuels and up almost 70% in 10 years. A new data released today from the International Renewable Energy Agency shows that solar, not so long ago 4 times the cost of fossil fuels, is now 41% cheaper. Offshore wind, 53%. And over 90% of new renewables worldwide produced electricity for less than the cheapest new fossil fuel alternative. This is not just a shift in power. This is a shift in possibility.
His speech coinciding with the release of a special report titled Seizing the Moment of Opportunity, which highlights the benefits and actions needed to accelerate a just transition globally. Among the benefits, market economics.
In many advanced economies, emissions have peaked, but growth continues. In 2023 alone, clean energy sectors drove 10% of global GDP growth. In India, 5%. The United States, 6%. China, a leader in the energy transition, 20%. And in the European Union, nearly 33%. And clean energy sector jobs now outnumber fossil fuel jobs, employing almost 35 million people worldwide.
The Secretary-General urged action in 6 opportunity areas by using national climate plans to go all out on the energy transition, urging clarity and certainty and leadership from G20 countries. Building energy systems of the 21st century with investments in the right infrastructure. Meeting the world's surging energy demand sustainably, including for energy-hungry data centers on which an AI future depends. A just energy transition, arguing for a clean energy era that must deliver equity, dignity and opportunity for all. Using trade and investment to support climate policy, while unleashing the full force of finance and driving investment to markets with massive potential.
Africa is home to 60% of the world's best solar resources, but it received just 2% of global clean energy investments last year. Today, developing countries pay outlandish sums for both debt and equity financing, in part because of outdated risk models, bias and broken assumptions that boost the cost of capital. Credit rating agencies and investors must modernize. We need a new approach to risk that reflects the promise of clean energy, the rising cost of climate chaos, and the danger of stranded fossil fuel assets.
Making the case for the reforms that would drive a future that is not only green, but just.
The clean energy future is no longer a promise, it's a fact. No government, no industry, no special interest can stop it. Of course, the fossil fuel lobby of some fossil fuel companies will try, and we know the lengths to which they will go. But I have never been more confident that they will fail, because we have passed the point of no return.
Described here as a unique and defining moment in history. In a question and answer session that followed his remarks, the Secretary-General was asked why he chose to use this platform to focus on climate change rather than other crises like wars and conflicts that may feel more immediate or urgent. His response was that this was the right moment for a new offensive in bringing the urgency of climate change to the global public, as governments now take decisions that will determine their national climate plans, or NDCs, that are to be presented at the UN Climate Change Conference, or COP30, in Brazil in November this year, in an effort to ensure that those NDCs have the right measures to make COP30 the success this planet needs it to be. Shervin Bryce, SABC News, New York.